What's up everybody, FSC Trucking. I'm gonna start a new video today. Could be a little different because we gotta start off by doing some work at the shop, but then we're gonna fire up Orwell and get on down the line because we gotta go to the yard, pick up our freight. Now when I loaded it on Friday, it was raining, so the piece that had to be tarped, I already went ahead and tarped and tied down, but the other pieces were loaded afterwards, so I gotta tie them down quick. But I gotta run a couple beads of weld on the trailer because Chris has been working on that step deck for a bit. And he's good with the MIG machine, he's also good with the arc welder. So he said, okay, I got it MIG'd in pretty good. You can finish up with the arc welder. So let's get head on inside, check out what we got going on. And we'll get that welding done, fire up Orwell, and get ready to roll. Of course, there's the step deck. This seems to be the project with no end. Well, that's because it's basically a full-on restoration. I touched base on this a little bit ago. But the cross members, as you can see, they just go right through these I-beam slots in the frame, slide in and weld in. That's the new rub rail we're putting on. And then, but this is where we had some trouble because there used to be a belly box that was accessible through a door in the center. You had to crawl between a truck and a trailer. And this is for like holding dunnage and whatnot. It also held mud, salt, and crap. And it rusted out the bottom of the frame in a couple places. So we went ahead and I had Chris make these nice panels for me and weld them in. Now this here is 3/16 steel, so is this. My MIG machine does that just fine, but this is 1/2 inch thick. The MIG machine won't penetrate into this metal very well, so we have to use the big stick welder for that. Chris had started it, but he really didn't like the job it was doing, so he's like, okay, so I'll finish that up, and that's where we're at with this. It's been a project, but we're getting it done. In fact, the load I'm on right now would have been great if I had a step deck going. I wouldn't need the double drop. You'll see it when we get to it, but it would have been a load I could have used the step deck with, but we'll see. You'll see coming up soon why it's good to have two trailers. One is I'd like to use this trailer while we start doing work on the double drop. And the other thing is, well, we're gonna be getting another truck, so it's gotta pull something. Let's fire up the old antique welder. Alright, there we go. Old Craftsman Colormatic. They made those in the mid to late 60s. My grandfather had it. My grandpa Festjack, he had that welder. So, according to my dad, he wasn't very good at it unless he got a couple shots of scotch. I don't need that, just practice is what you need. He just never really had the time. So, welded upside down underneath trailers. That wasn't a good fun way to start, and that's how he did it with it. So,
why you get to Carnegie Hall, don't you? Practice.
I wonder if John Festjack thought we'd be welding on big semi-trailers with it. Well, here we are, that's what we're doing. Welding on frames or whatever. You ever see anybody stamp certification in a weld to prove whoever welded it was certified? How the fuck are you gonna prove at a roadside inspection whether that weld's certified or not? It's not like at FAA where they, you know, you have to have a logbook and who did what maintenance and whether there's and who inspected the maintenance afterwards, all of that. It ain't like that. DOT regs is like suitable construction, free of defects and cracks or some shit. Very loose, what they say on frames.
I've never even heard it come up.
Oh, people say that all the time. Oh, no, be certified to weld on a per day okay. And I'm like, you're just making shit up.
Yeah, I've never heard of that.
If it's broke, you get written up. If it ain't broke, you're good. It's passing. That's all it is. Alrighty, boys and girls, there you go. All welded in, done, good to go. So now we could start on the rest of the trailer. Chris just left. We're talking to him about what we were going to do. So we're going to put all the cross members in. I showed him at what height. He actually wrote it down on the frame right here so he wouldn't forget of it. 7/8 down. So each cross member is supposed to be 7/8 down from the top. That's the idea. So what he's going to try to do is get all the cross members put in from the front all the way to the back, right up to the rear wheels. And then that way we could start on working on that rub rail. So now we're hooked up. I just got to tie this down. So this is what's going to Groton, Connecticut, and I can guarantee you the unloading of this, it's not going to be filmed. That's a nuclear submarine base. So I guarantee you I ain't filming where this is unloading. And then we got the other generator. Well, that's the first stop, by the way, in Pennsylvania. That's the piece we tarped when we loaded it on Friday. And then we got this other generator behind the big Navy generator. Got this unit here, and that's going up to Massachusetts. But all I really gotta do is just tie it down, and then we'll get strolling. I think that's kind of be the gist of today's video, is just, I don't know, just the average start of an average week. There's always crap to do. Well, yeah, there it is in a nutshell. All right, well, let me go ahead and get started. One, two, three, four. One, two, three, before. These are for the Navy generator. 3/8 chain. This ugly son of a gun's pretty self-explanatory. Alrighty, got her all tied down, ready to go. Put some air to that trailer. Hit that like and subscribe with the same vigor that I just hit that brake knob. Let that trailer charge up some. Put my Digi HUD on. Waze. Alright, so when the trailer stops hissing, be ready to ride. Get the seatbelt on. GoPros are GoProing. Change our battery. Constant battery charge around here. Alright, let's get this show on the road. Oh yeah. Let's go. Got first stop in Mehoopany, Pennsylvania. Then it should be Tuesday. The last two, Groton, Connecticut, and I think Brockton, Mass. I gotta look, I don't remember. Fourth of July weekend coming up. That's a weird thing, 4th of July. It's Thursday. Today's Sunday. A lot of people are taking, like, it's like this weekend's the weekend. What about next weekend? Thursday, wouldn't it make sense to take 4 or 5 That's Thursday, Friday, 6 and 7. Saturday, Sunday, make a 4-day weekend. That's how I see it. But we spent way too much money, got way too many things done in regarding to Matthew. Getting the Suburban 4, fixing it up, paying Chris to do the paint job on it for the most part, and then taking the time off to go to Columbus, get Lydia's stuff, and then bring it all down to North Carolina. That put me behind the 8 ball with a lot of stuff. So we got to stay running and running hard, because this week is just, not this week, but I think this summer it's just going to be grind, grind, grind. And I'm trying hard to push the channel, so every time I hit that like and subscribe on there and share, man, people need to share this stuff more often, because we're pushing out the work, we're pushing out the content, and we're trying really hard to step up the game on this and try to be entertaining with it at the same time. But we're literally out here running antique equipment. That's one thing that was show truck, but we're running antique equipment. Obviously, you saw earlier in the video, Chris is working on that step deck. Got a lot of stuff straightened out for this week, things that need to be done with it. And of course, it's the 4th, so you know, Chris can work it. He doesn't have to. Just see what he's up, what he wants to do, I guess. I know me personally, if I'm not doing something, I'd be working, but that's me. Working hard. We are working like an ugly stripper. going on over here. What?